Everybody,
8 miles. Take a slight right turn onto Broad Street.
I am out of the house after 2 weeks of working on my yard, pruning branches. I have scratches all over me. I've gotten a lot of sun on my face, and I'm dehydrated. I'm drinking lots of water because I've been really dehydrated working outside in the hot sun. We're in the 80s, and this week I think we have one day going into like 86 degrees. I'm not looking forward to that, but I am breaking up my days. So in the morning when it's not as hot, I do some work outdoors, and I come inside, I work indoors on my computer, edit videos, do whatever. And then after 3 o'clock, after I have my dinner, because I eat early, I eat about 3, then I go back outside and I probably do like about 2 hours worth of outdoor work again. But I try not to make it like messy, so I don't have to like take a whole shower again. So like easy things, you know, just maybe putting a couple of weeds or whatever. So anyway, I'm on my way to get my new glasses. Well, I'm hoping that they give me new glasses because the ones that I have are super old, and the last person in town that I got my eyes checked with, he gave me like the worst pair of glasses ever. Like I can't even wear them. I can't see with them, so I don't wear them at all. I don't wear them, so I do need a pair of glasses now. So I'm on my way to another doctor, another optical place to get a prescription. So anyway, today I want to talk to you about something that I read in the news in an article, and I will post it down below because I went on my phone before I went out and I'm like, nobody's talking about this. Like, how is nobody talking about this? Like, this is huge news. And it came to me through Gab, because I get emails from Gab, and I linked to 2 different articles on it. I'll post those down below, but they were saying that there was a Ukrainian military biological program that was in Ukraine, and this is why Russia destroyed it. But the worst part about this is that there's paperwork to prove that it was funded by the P that ends with the N in DC. Can you believe that? Well, that's surprising to me after the last video that I did, the big boom at the end. If you stayed to watch the boom at the end, you were going to get the news about how the P that ends in the N in DC, they're corrupt. And the last time that money was gone, we don't know what happened to it. Something happened the very next day that changed the world forever. So those articles I'm going to post you about down below, because I'm assuming that at some point people are going to come out and talk about this, right, at the media. Maybe not the media here, but I know the international media will probably talk about it. Now, I have heard some people saying that this is the reason why the R went into the U in order to close these facilities down, because this is very dangerous for them to have this kind of biological, basically weapons there so close to their border. Besides that, this also has to do with the NATO, you know the word, that they want the U country to get on board with them. But see, there's a problem there because there's a boundary situation there where the U really belongs to the R, but the R really didn't do anything about it. So the U is not really independent as per se, but the R is kind of, I'm pretty fed up with everything that's going on, and pretty fed up that the U.S. is contributing to this. And as an American citizen, I am totally appalled that our country is so corrupt to do this kind of stuff. Like, I understand that they're probably studying these kind of things for the use of weaponry, but think about it. It was used on us. It was used on the world. Now, we don't know if this was really the Chuck or the U where this stuff started. We don't know where this stuff is started, or if something is copying. But I know that we're living in really dark days, because now they're tampering with things that are going to hurt us in the end. You know, physically, they're going to hurt us, our DNA, they're going to hurt so many different things. These are people probably that know all of this stuff about the corruption of the DNA in your body, how, you know, once they corrupt you, this is the goal of Satan, is always to take your soul. That's his goal, is to take your soul. So once you give in to this thing that's going to, eventually you're going to be like a robot. I'm sorry to tell you, but this is where they're going with this trans science stuff, because this is, to them, is a religion. They're into this trans, I don't know, what's it called, trans science, where they take, you know, physical things and they mix it with, oh, I think it's called transhumanism, that's what it's called. And they mix it with, you know, humans and biological things, and they try to create these really weird things. When these people are sick, I mean, these are masterminds of narcissist evil. This is exactly what it is. And a lot of these people, like I said in another video, they grew up in these bloodlines that their main focus in this world is to destroy the people around them, because they grew up in these sociopathic families that they are just sworn to blood oath and death if their motivation is not to destroy people who are not within their bloodline. Let's just put it that way. I mean, I can't, you know, I'm talking with the Band-Aid in my mouth, because obviously it's been strangling me for a while, and I have to come up with like these coded spelling like I was in kindergarten in order to talk to you, because they keep choking me every single time. I keep choking on this stuff that I want to say but I can't say, because, you know, oh look, pigs for sale. Oh, I don't need a pig. Anyway, so that's what's going on. So let me see, what else did I want to talk to? So I'll link those below, because those are really important. I just learned about that the World Economic Forum, they have this young, and I'll put it here, I don't know the name exactly, it escapes me at the moment. They have like this young, it's like a training group, and I didn't know that it was like in every state, in every city. I did not know this. I just found out about, because Amazing Polly over at Rumble, because they kicked her out of YouTube, so she had to go over there. She did an extensive research about this, and I thought to myself, wow, how pervasive is this? Because she was checking, and they were in Canada, and they were like all over the place, and I thought, well, they're not going to be in Florida. Well, guess what? They're right here, right next to me in Orlando. I'm not too far from Orlando. So, and I didn't even check, but when I went online, I mean, they're not in my county, because I have a very small, they're in the big, in other words, they're in the big cities. That's where they are, because these are the kids that they go after, these children.
The next stop sign,
they go after these kids to train them to basically, you know, hate everything that isn't the new world, you know, thing or old thing. So I was just shocked and appalled when I saw that these people really do have a lot of these infiltrated places here that nobody knows about. Nobody knows about. We have to expose them. So I don't know what to do about this. I need to notify people. I need to tell them. This is what my job is today, to tell you all to go to your county and look up, and I'll put the link down below so that you can find the name of it. Just go to your search and look for it in your city. It might not be in your particular city if you live in a smaller type city, but your biggest city nearby. Like if you like, let's say you live near Dallas, but you're like out in the country somewhere, well, type in Dallas. Dallas is going to come up. Those big cities, they have definitely put those in there. This is why we have so many influencers. We have to be careful about these influencers now, because I'm also considered an influencer, but that's why I'm a censored influencer now, because they don't like what I'm saying. So anybody that is an influencer that is aligned to the propaganda, their channels are going to explode. Their channels are going to go up. Everything about them is going to explode, because ultimately we're all going to be like slowly being canceled out. I mean, this month I'm not even getting paid from. Last month I didn't get paid from YouTube at all, because if you don't make $100, you don't get paid. I didn't make this the first time since I think 2015, because in 2015, I think within 4 or 5 months when I started my channel, I made $100, and ever since then I've been getting money. I have over 700 videos, okay? And this is the first month since 2015 that I haven't gotten paid. That was last month. So this month, hopefully I will get a couple of dollars to meet, because I think it was at $80 or something. So hopefully I will make the rest of the difference so that I can get a check this month. But this is how this is. And who knows if they even have levels of pay for certain people, like, well, you know, you have a strike on your channel, so we're going to pay you less. Or you're posting this stuff, we're going to pay you less. I don't know, because the thing is, these people, they hide everything in their words, in their interpretation. So they don't tell you up front exactly. They don't spell it out clearly. They put it out in a way that is subject to interpretation. So if they go to court, they can say, well, this is what it says there. Well, but to me, it's not obvious that that's what it says there. Anyway, sorry, by the way, I'm chewing up a cigar because my breath felt a little bit funky this morning. So anyway, so that's what's going on with the censorship that is out there. And I was thinking in my head, you know what? You know, this that's happening in this world, this didn't take one or two people. It's not just the politicians. The politicians are the planners. They're the ones that delegate. You know how the kind of army in our world that knew that this was going on, to get this to develop like this took an army. And that army, I'm going to tell you how big it is, because I don't think you can even imagine how huge this is. This army has children, and they train their children, and they get those children into the positions also to become heads of their army. This is how big, this is how invasive it is, this is how it's growing, and it's mass producing. And I don't know what these Republicans are doing, but I'm going to tell you something. In my town, I get like this little paper like once a month, and most of the times it's late. Like it arrives like after the first week of the month, and I've already missed like the activities. Like they tell you activities that are going on around in my area. Sometimes I miss activities because I get the paper like a week later from when it starts the month. Anyway, I see the Democrats all the time. They're doing meetups, and I don't live in a Democratic area at all. I mean, it's mostly patriotic, but they're definitely moving to work their way into this type of a neighborhood, right? Because I live in the country. Most people in the country, they're minding their business, they're doing their work, you know, they're growing the cattle, they're growing the vegetables. They're hardworking families. They got kids in school. They're choking the businesses now, and they're choking everybody with all of this crazy stuff that they're doing. So, you know, people got to work and got to do their stuff. So this stuff is going on behind the scenes, and I'm like, where are the Republicans? Where's the Republicans? So for every month, the Democrats here in town are doing 1 and 2 meetups. The Republicans in town are doing like once every 3 months. I mean, I hardly ever see them in the paper. I'm like, what is going on here? Or this is just a show and there is no Republican Party. I might have to join them to see what the heck is going on and see what is on the agenda here. Look, I don't want to do politics. I don't want to get into politics because politics is dirty, and I really don't like these people that are in politics because they're not real people. They're all fake and baloney, you know? But sometimes some people got to go in there that are real, and they just got to open their mouth and say what they got to say and wake up the people that are in the organization, because some of them like to keep their mouth shut, or some of them just come there because they got nothing better to do. But they're not passionate about the truth. They're not passionate about changing our society for the better. What they're passionate about is going over there and getting a donut and some coffee. Talk about the RV industry for a minute. How the liberals get promoted in the RV industry, and why is that? Why is it they come there talking whack, 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 and look at them now? They don't own anything. Where are they in life? What do they do? If they would have owned property back when I was talking about it 4 years ago, you could have sold it right now for like 5 times the price. But I'm going to be honest with you. Nobody wants to talk about this. Oh, I got to turn here. Nobody wants to talk about this. But what's going to happen to all of you RVers when they decide to shut down the BLM land? And all of a sudden, RV parks are not going to take you anymore. Guess what? By the way, they are closing down businesses. I just want you to know that that is part of the plan, is to close businesses, small businesses anyway. So small RV parks, you know, are going to close down. The ones that take the 10-year-old RVs. I have to show you the gas is I don't know if you can see it. It says $4.19. $4.19 for gas. Wow. I had to stop for a second vlogging because I'm just in shock. I just put in 2 weeks ago when I went out, I went to Costco. I filled up at Costco for $3.22. $3.22, and I'm looking at the Speedway, it says $4.19. Are you freaking kidding me? That much it went up? Holy smokes. I don't know how I'm gonna mow my grass this year, filling up my mower with $4. I'm not gonna be able to mow as much. I think that's what's gonna happen here. My goodness, this is insane. Is this where I have to go? Oh. I don't know. I'm gonna get lost here. I don't know. I think it's in here. And this is the first time I've been to this place, so I'm not sure where I'm going. But I think it is in here. I think it's in the shopping center.
Turn right into the parking lot.
Oh yeah, it's here. So we have a chance to vlog. I can go back and see what I was talking about because I have no idea. I'm shocked when I saw the gas. I stopped at the light and I saw the gas. Oh yeah, there it is. The ice. Okay, nice. I like it. Okay, it looks good. This looks safe. Oh, it's so cute. They got picnic tables out here. Let's see here. Oh, team. They have horses. Horse training here. I might park over here and then I'll park closer. Because there's trees over here, you know. There's trees over here, so I'm gonna park here. Because I'm super early. I came early because I know I have to sign papers when I go in there, and I want to make sure she checks my insurance because I do not want them to send me a bill saying, "Oh, your insurance changed," because I made my appointment in February and I was good. I'm gonna sit here for 15 minutes and then I'm gonna go in like a half an hour early because I know I have to fill out paperwork in there because this is a new doctor that I'm going to, so that's going to take some time to do, and I like to make my appointments on time. So we're talking about the RV industry and how they're trying to close small businesses, and that's going to be what eventually is going to happen because their goal, remember, their goal is to close everything down, that they're going to own everything. So RV companies, so if you're out there moving around and the small little RV parks, mobile home parks, they close, they say, no, we're not taking people. And I was at a park that was like that. They were not taking any more overnighters. They were just a mobile home RV park. They were not taking people anymore. And if they say to you, no, we can't, and you have a 10-year-old RV, so now you go to the bigger corporations, the bigger RV parks, the ones that have the laws that say you have to have 10 years old an RV. So they don't take you there either. BLM is closed. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Somebody please tell me in the comments and give me an answer. Obviously, if I don't get an answer, right, it's because you don't know, or you know the available outcome is you're just going to be floating around on $6 and $7 gas. I don't know how long that's going to sustain you. So the other thing is, you could go to a farm, like a place like I have, and then say to the people, well, I'll come and can I stay here and pay them? But you know what? When things get bad in life, I'll be honest with you, people don't want strangers on their property because you're in a van. You're not going to have supplies for food, and I don't want to give you any. Now, you can work for me where I can share my food, you know, in exchange for your hard labor working the farm and stuff like that. But that's the problem. We don't know who's coming over and if they're going to be corrupt people, or if they know somebody else, they're going to call somebody and say, hey, I'm over here and they got food and this and that. Nobody's going to want to take you in. That is the reality, folks. That is the reality. These corporations are the end of us because they have been used to commit wars against us. This is exactly what it is with these greedy corporations. This is not the America corporate world that we were living under in the past, where it was great because we were American to make ourselves grow as a result of capitalism. This is more about greed. This is more about control, and this is more about something so much bigger than we can even want to wrap our heads around. Because honestly, when I think to that way, I'm like, how freaking evil do you have to be to get to the point where you are conducting all of these experiments on people? I mean, seriously, that's how harsh it is. So I just wanted to come on here and give you a little talk today because I have been working a lot in the yard, doing a lot of stuff. I specifically told the eye doctor. I didn't tell him. I wrote it on a paper. She said, if you don't want to be dilated, put it on the paper, no. And I put no because I had a lot of things to do today. I had to go to the bank and get a statement that I requested a week ago. I was supposed to get in the email. They never emailed it. So I had to come to the bank to get it. And I had to go buy dog food. There's people at the actual Tractor Supply buying 15 pounds of feed for their animals. This is how bad this economy is right now. People are panicking, especially people that have horses and all of that. I mean, the Tractor Supply was packed with people buying feed for their animals. This is how bad it is. And so, I don't know, he said to me, I'm going to put some drops in your eyes. And I didn't think of it because he had the paper in front of me. It was open and I clearly wrote no. Well, guess what? He dilated my eyes. I mean, I don't mind if he does it, but I had a lot of things to do today. So that's why I'm wearing these ugly glasses because, listen, this is from the Dollar Tree and this is all I had in my car. He didn't even give me the cataract ones. I don't know, the dark paper ones. I don't like wearing those anyway. So I'm like blind as a bat. I went into the bank and I said to go, look, I told her what the problem is. I said, I can't see. I'm going to trust that you gave me the right papers because I can't see nothing. I'm dying over here. This happens to me. Anyway, I'm on my way to the Dollar Tree and see if I can find some gardening stuff. And man, I don't know what to do with my eyes. I gotta keep moving. I mean, every time you go out, it costs money to go out. And the gas is like $4. So guess what? I gotta get everything done today because I don't want to go out again this week if I don't have to. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go here to the Dollar Tree and I'm gonna go look for some stuff here for planting pots and all of this crazy stuff that I've been doing. So I just want you to know, people, you got to be careful nowadays. People are not listening. There's a lot of evil in the world and people just doing whatever they want because everybody needs money. It's so corrupt out there, so corrupt. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Right, guys, I'm back and I just want to show you some of the stuff that I stocked up on because the prices for gas are so incredibly high. And I realized this is it. The energy in the street and everywhere that I'm going is like, people are like really worried about what's going on. So I stopped at the Dollar Tree and I picked up some of the seed starting stuff. I really don't need that, but I figured, you know what? I'm just gonna make it easy for myself. So I bought 3 bags of potting mix. I'm gonna mix this with some soil. I'm not just gonna put it in straight. That's gonna be for seeds. Now I wanna show you this incredible buy. Okay, so then I also bought lots of these. These are $1.25. I bought a couple of these because this is going to be for my herbs. And the reason is because my garden is in full sun. When the summer comes, some things I'm not going to be planting in that garden because it just gets too hot over there. So I'll be planting a lot of herbs and things around the property and then being able to move them to sunnier, to shadier locations if I need to. So I don't want my stuff to die. I also bought a colander so that I can sift my compost in here because I have a lot of compost on the bottom is done. the one on the top is not. So I'm going to be using this one in the gardening area, and I'm going to actually organize my whole gardening area out there. Then I also bought these. These are number 4 plastic, and these are going to be for flowers. I'm going to plant flowers. They have a lot of flower seeds, by the way, at the Dollar Tree. So you can buy flower seeds there and plant. So I'm going to be planting in here flowers. So I bought tons of these seeds. Look at this. They're 4 for $1. Look what it says there. It says heirloom. This is heirloom. That means that when this is done, I can replant this because it's an heirloom seed. It's not eradicated or anything like that. So I bought lots of them, and they have chard, and they're 4 for $1. I had just bought tons of them at Walmart. I mean, I spent probably like $30 at Walmart, and then I go to the Dollar Tree and they have the heirloom ones, and the ones for $2.47 at Walmart are not heirloom. They're just organic. So I'm gonna plant these first and see how they go. I bought lots of the chard. I bought lots of, so this is gonna be good to bring me during, this one's not heirloom, but I bought it anyway because they didn't have that one in heirloom. And the sage was not heirloom, so I bought that one anyway. But the heirloom ones, cilantro is not heirloom, but I bought that anyway. Here, this kale one is heirloom, so I bought that. And yeah, so they had pepper and a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, this one is super spicy. Oh, this is a habanero. Okay, well, I bought that one. That's gonna be spicy, but I guess in the winter time when I do chilies and stuff. Okay, here's basil and peas and onion, spring onion, and just I spent like so much money. And oh, I bought some lavender too because that'll look nice in these pots when I plant them. So okay, so they also had these at the Dollar Tree. They're called microgreens, so you can eat. Those are edible, and these are edible as well. So I bought those. Those were $1.25, I think. In 5 days you can harvest. And then of course I bought these for some of my plants, so I don't have to worry so much about my potted plants. So there you go. So as you can see, I bought a lot of stuff at the Dollar Tree. I think I spent $35. That's the most I ever spent. By the way, the pet section at Walmart is not too good. So I've been going every week and buying like these small packs of cat food. I've been buying, every time I go to the Walmart, I buy those. I also bought some toothbrushes at the Dollar Tree, and I bought, this is not the brand that I usually use, but I said, what the heck? You know, in case I have somebody come over. I have family that might come over, so I bought this for crafting. You gotta have stickers. If you're bored, you gotta have some stickers. Ladies, you know what I'm saying? And then I bought some beads too, because I love beads. They were $1. So yeah, so that's what I bought. I also bought some air conditioning filters, even though I didn't need them. I have some saved, but you never know. This stuff is gonna go up in price, and I want my air conditioner to run well, and I just wanna have the stuff that I need, and I'm mostly gonna be focused on my garden for this year and making sure that I water and have a good schedule for all of that. So thank you for watching. I hope you get to the Dollar Tree and get your seeds. They are running out. So go there. They're only 4 for $1. And remember, even if you're in an apartment, you can plant by a window. You can plant cilantro. You can plant lettuce. Kale is what you should be planting because kale is very hardy and you can eat it, and it's very filling. So I'll be doing a video shortly on prepping and all of that. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.